Exactly.
M5.
Exactly.
It's the
But they
that's
will
the
pick the
Nolan?
gold laner here. I think this is what, Beatrix maybe, or okay. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nolan is lethal. I'm looking at it now. Nolan might just pop that Lunox before she gets to do the DD.
That's right.
That's
I
just
just
his
hope
one-off.
that please don't be Ruby for TNC. Don't be weird.
Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Don't
Don't
be
be
weird.
weird, chat. Don't be weird.
That would be L.
Dude,
That's a big L, dude.
someone needs to clip this and send this to Miracle. Like, what has happened to Wolf?
I used to know them.
All right. CC.
Okay, there it is. CC
So
Arlot.
Lunox Gold. This is Lunox Gold.
All right, this is a little closer to home.
Yep. Makes sense. Double fighter setup. Now for Twisted Minds. They Uranus jungle. But now
No, wait, hold up, wait. That's a mid Lunox.
that's all right. You're
Yeah.
right.
That's gotta be a mid Lunox.
So this is CC Gold.
CC Gold.
Oh, Benny CC.
This is CC Gold. All right.
Gold.
You're right.
So what is?
Okay,
Oh,
why do you
my
pick up now? You
lord.
can't pick up a utility jungler because you don't need two suns. I think
Is he
it's
actually going
Nolan
Nolan?
time. It's Nolan time, boys.
Oh, it's whoa. So this is like this. I feel like for everyone, and I feel like also MP's probably in the back. Like, okay, you got this.
Do it.
You got
Oh,
this,
you got
Sensui.
Steven, we talked about this.
We talked about this. You got this. Hayabusa, though, man. I mean, this is going to be new for a lot of people watching Sensui play an assassin as it gets on a Hayabusa.
CC hates playing up against Hayabusa just because there's no way for the CC to counter Hayabusa. Even after Vengeance, a full item Hayabusa can actually one-shot the CC.
This might be as close as we've seen, too, for the index anyway, for both
right.
teams.
By the way, I believe that there's little to no success for any team in the league, not excluding TNC, because we saw in game number 1, when it comes to the double fighter setup. If there's a no marksman, what I'm saying is that if you go Yi Sun Shin and then no marksman in the gold lane, you usually don't win.
If not ever.
Welcome to Mobile
Well,
Legends.
we'll see if they can break it, break the stats here for this one. Jumping into it, landed on once again. It's game 3 here between Twisted Minds and TNC. And yeah, I'm a little worried. After a phenomenal game 2 that we saw from Benny Cutie, now he's got his hands once again on a fighter in that gold lane, playing around this YSS for Zyda yet again. So also looking at this, anything standing out here, Wolf, emblem-wise?
Yeah. Well, not really. I'm just looking at any, like maybe pull yourself from Kole, but that's pretty much like a standard one. Nosha opting to go for the Weapon Master. Usually you go for the Assassin, for the high and dry. Oh, I forgot what it's called. I haven't been casting for a long
Master
while.
Assassin, sir.
There you go.
Yeah. Master Assassin.
I mean, Hydra was his old name,
Yeah.
That's right.
so you're not wrong.
Yeah. So in that case, I wonder how Nosha will convert to that.
I think too, I mean, when you're in this kind of matchup with a Arlot versus a Uranus, 3-mar for the most time, he knows he's not going to be killing Lansu at all, so I guess it's just him joining these objective fights later on to go ahead and set things up. But I feel like I've seen it a couple times where it's like if that Arlot has to do that, if that's his job, you might put yourself in a position where you're just getting blown up. So I think you have to see him play into Chaknu, and Chaknu isn't he our best Grok right now in the season? Like, he has the best stats on it so far, right?
I think Light is also way up there, but
Light.
I would say that most explosive-wise, yeah, it's probably Chakno.
Yeah, he debuted it and won.
Exactly. And actually presented as a way to win. But I was also surprised how Brusco was able to play it, but I think it's more of a draft issue.
Oh my God, they jump Lancy! Talk about missing the DD. He did press the Purify. This does open up the turtle. Zyda secures it in the absence of his mid laner. Twisted Minds did put so many resources into assassinating the opposing mid laner.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's usually a trade. Hayabusa versus Yi Sun Shin. There's no way for Hayabusa to actually win that unless they get a pick-off or whatnot. So it's always just a trade. And it's understandable that Sensui identified that. And I think right now, yeah, Sensui is playing like an actual Hayabusa player.
I was gonna say, it looks like it, you know, and That's what they, I feel like that's what we're going to have to keep an eye on, if he's able to go ahead and maintain that and make it work. But I think he gets to go ahead and play around a little bit on Kaloya here. And if Kaloya...
Oh! Tech charge answered with a tsunami slam. Real revelation. Sean swiping around the flicker back from the Mamba. Down goes Kaloy. A fish out of water. In comes Benny. Dropping the ult on to Sensui, but Sensui still bites it.
Woo.
That didn't look too good.
That is definitely not going to be good for Twisted Minds. But on the flip side, now Zaida is again invading the jungle, playing the Yisenshin 3 times this series, and playing the same way for the 3 games in this series, always invading up against Twisted Minds. In this scenario, though, Twisted Minds has the double fighter setup, and we know that there's a big power spike that they will have come the 8-minute mark, and they're already en route to getting that big power spike.
Yeah, this might be one of those cases where we actually see one of the bigger leads build up in the early game in comparison to the previous ones, depending on how Twisted Minds adjust to this, leading into the next objective. But so far, TNC's been doing a pretty good job controlling where they want to, playing around Chaknu like I was expecting to. I know he burned the flicker on earlier, so that's got themselves in a pretty comfortable position. Only that first item there for Zaida, of course. Counter-strike. Chaknu will go ahead and defensively tectonic charge on out of there, so he's going to be fine. But the turtle's up now, so that's actually a big piece of resource down for TNC.
I smell Twisted Minds might actually try to burst this. Nope. Chaknu delays all possibilities of that, given he put the rampart up to push Turtle out. Both teams actually taking their time.
Yeah. Oh, there's a final slash.
Does knock up Sean. Will keep him in place. Real Revelation already spent. There's the Mountain Shocker. Oh, TNC has a great advantage here. Lanzu in the middle of it all. Looking to force them to fight him. Does pop the Vengeance already. Kaloy very low. Look at this. Turtle still at half health. Lanzu takes a few shots. Very low. The heals not might be enough. Lancey burning up. One more. Ionic Edge. And look at the back line. Shadow Kill has taken down 3 more. And that's 2 for 1. Yep. Massive win here for Twisted Minds.
Yeah, they might have lost the actual neutral objective, but this time they're winning when it comes to those trades. Because Lance as well as Sean survived that fight. Sean actually nails 2 kills. Will accelerate his farm. And at this point, when you're looking at damage dealers and impactful late gamers here for Twisted Minds, you're going to be looking at both the Even and the Uranus. Now they're going to be set for that kind of play. However, Sensui is still catching up to Zaida's farming. It's just very difficult to stop this Yisenshin, especially with the mastery from Zaida.
Yeah, this is where it takes a little bit of that finesse, too, from Sensui's Hayabusa. This is the case with any Hayabusa when it's brought up into a composition, but, you know, this time around, there's a charge in.
Charge, catching Nosha, plus the final slash, serving up the kill to Lancy. Kaloy here gets away, given that the tail end of that curtain call has already expired. Lethal engagement by TNC.
Great setup there, man, on top of the lane, and for Chaknu to make that play too, using that Tectonic Slam.
BenQ is starting to be a problem in this scenario, already up with the War Axe. And with the Vengeance, if he gets the Brute Force Breastplate, it means that Twisted Minds does not have a one-shot potential onto BenQ anymore. And that's always a problem. Because if you are playing this Beatrix, you want to be on top of the CC when it comes to the farm, so that in any point in the game, you are able to nail that combo against the CC. But without that, the CC will be able to get back into the fight with sustain.
Oh, the Phoenix Army flush out Lansu. Trimar even throwing that final slash into the bush for good measure.
Yeah, just checking it out. Tectonic charge back up. Turtle, they're going to make their way for it. So they'll rotate on up. Quite a few of Twisted is up here. Nasha might be able to knock down this turtle a little bit more. Not sure if he's going to capitalize though, but Chaknu leading the charge. Oh, they're going to go for Nasha.
Oh, they know! The flicker and the tech charge! Throwing everything but the kitchen sink! They folded that boy in half right in front of his family!
Oh my goodness. The only benefit here for Twisted Mind is that Chaknu will not have the flicker in this turtle fight, but it seems like without the Beatrix, Twisted Minds do not have the shred that they need.
It is unnecessary. That's 100% turtles over to the Phoenix Army.
One of the first games in the series where you have this kind of objective lead and overall lead in general. You know, you were talking about even that 8-minute mark, Wolf, earlier on. Well, TNC's in full swing already. You can look at some of the items, again, already fallen in place. They've got first items locked in here across the board, building into that second already.
Hakas and Sui worked for TNC, banning out Akai, Fredrin, Guinevere. Twisted Minds are lost.
Oh my god! Another assassination! A gank squad taking down Lansu. Now the answer from Sean. The tech charge knocking him up, delaying the swipes. Down goes 3. Triple kill for Zyda.
And
what a juggle!
What a juggle from the entirety of TNC. Not only did Chaknu stunned both Kaloy as well as Sean with that tech charge, they also used that tech charge to get out of the box, out of the real world manipulation. Then all of them juggled through that turret aggro and just took out the members of Twisted Minds. It's gonna be difficult to wake up from this nightmare early game.
That was masterful.
It is.
That was, I mean, the way that they played into that turret, the tier 2, juggled it around. And definitely... Oh, again?
Oh, Flicker final slash again! Onto Nosha, poor Miko! The answer from Sean trying to quell TNC, stop him from pushing forward. They will be able to stop him taking down Lancey in exchange, but I think the damage has been done.
Man, 3-bar has been on point with these final slashes. All this work to get this tier 1 in the mid lane. Unless Twisted can do something about it, so he won't. As soon as I say he's been on point, I think he just threw that one out.
He can afford to do that again. Like, what if, right? What if he catches one more?
Now TNC are just picking up all of the advantages in this particular that they can have, especially at the 9-minute mark. The 3 items up on Benny Cutie, even with that 3rd item Oracle, gonna be able to survive Sean's immediate burst.
Oh.
Okay.
Chakno already engaged. Tsunami Slam, the answer by Kaloy. Another final slash, taking him out of range. They try to leave the box and they do get out of there. Sean uses up one major resource. Could have been used for this Lord Dance.
I don't know if Dreamar intended to jump in front of the Hayabusa, or was it just a click where somebody appeared out of fog, but Sensui was stopped on his tracks because Dreamar was in front of him with just one dash.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit... I think it's showcasing a little bit of how Sensui can't do what he's used to doing on a utility hero, where it's like he can play a little more up front, because it seems like, again, with this kind of lineup, you got to really rely on Kaloy and Lansu to do that, whereas Sensui might be the one that's more comfortable playing up front, being able to take some of that damage, get that information for the team, and work from that. Not only that, but like I said, Nasha has been pretty much shut down. You can see he's quite behind. He's only got a BOD right now.
He's chopped at the ankles.
Yeah.
It's so hard to engage. Dreamar now is just getting into Twisted Minds. Well, Minds. You saw that? He just stood there. Final slash. What are you going to do about it?
It's almost like a feint himself, man. You know, like he's like, am I going to final slash or not?
Do I have the flicker?
Do I have the flicker? But playing into this Lord and making its way down bot, this is going to be a tough one for Twisted Minds to go ahead and defend. Now, clear-wise, they should be okay. They've got an Eve. But if Sean ends up using that real-world manipulation for, let's say, clearing or dealing with this, then it's a crucial thing that's down for a team fight if it's forced from TNC. And Chaknu's just 15 seconds away from that flicker being up. They might just get these shields down from the base turrets. But I think TNC, again, playing this game, they've got a massive lead. They can take their time if they want to.
Impressive work. TNC at least somehow popped the holy shields on Twisted Minds mid and bottom, but Twisted Minds made him work for it.
Yeah. It's gonna be everything that you hope for Twisted Minds. Unfortunately, gonna be looking at this Beatrix, who is so far away from the important 3-item power spike. It's not gonna be enough to shut down the members of TNC, and then you're also looking at your Hayabusa. It's not fully packed yet. Only 2 items there. So without your 3-item power spike on Twisted Minds, it's going to be difficult to engage.
Yeah, this is why he's just, you have no choice but just to back off. Yeah. You know, he does go in, gets it with a retribution, so at least Sensui gets a buff. But you saw it, you know, he's, what, 3,000 gold behind Zyda and just so far away alongside Nasha from the items they need.
So it's a 12-minute mark, right? It's always, if you get your 3-item power spike or your tips around the 10-minute mark, it's that standard.
Oh,
But it's
they
so
engage, find the flicker, and the tech charge onto Sean underneath tier 3, and down goes Kaloy, traded on for 3 more, and Shaknu.
Okay.
Nosha finds 1, but it might be just too much as Zaida comes in, taking down Lansu. 2 for 3. Pyrrhic victory for TNC.
Okay.
12k damage from Benecutie, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Shinsui cutting it close, though, but I don't think Twisted is ready for this.
Yeah, so Twisted Minds had a great defense when it comes to their execution, but it's clear that the gold advantage is just in favor of TNC.
Oh.
The fact that Benecutie survived in that engagement
Yeah.
kind of shows us how difficult it is for Twisted Minds to output the damage.
Yeah, you're 9k ahead. Even in a fight like that, you know, Twisted Minds is able to catch a couple. You just couldn't do much off of it.
That's what this 9k gold lead means. It's an arms race, and Twisted Minds are currently on coal technology, while TNC is on nuclear.
Man, they're in the dark ages.
Especially when it comes to like their gold laner, only with the gun as well as the Blade of Despair, there's no actual shred. There is a way to finish the fight, but there's no actual shred. In fact, Sean went in for the Enchanted Talisman, which usually is not the first item for any Eve, but maybe because he got a 2-0 start, that actually gave him that the green light for that. But this is usually not the build. You go Glowing Wand into maybe a Divine Glaive or a Lantern.
All right, Lord, crashing on through top lane, gonna fall. Permanent damage to Twisted Mind's base. Now Final Slash, the answer from Sean. He canceled the real world manipulation. Kaloy does find 3 more with the Tsunami Slam. Currently a 1 for none as Twisted Minds defends their base, does not save any of their inhibitors though, and that's the winner crown. The freeze from Zaida cancels the shadow kill as Benecutie goes 1v4. They take down Lansu 1 for 1. Woo! Down goes Kaloy. Benecutie, it's his turn to freeze, and they go for more. Chaknu putting up a barricade. Thou shalt not touch the rest of TNC. 2 for 1 the trade. TNC up 11k.
But you're seeing it's a little difficult when you don't have that extra marksman on the lineup to capitalize on things. But even with a lead like this, TNC will get the base turrets of Twisted Mind down.
At 14 minutes, I'm sure the TNC are happy with that. They did not even lose any important member. They kept their lead, and they take out all of the outer turrets from Twisted Minds. It's going to be difficult for Twisted Minds to farm now. And Zaida buying that Winter Crown right at the moment when Shinsui was about to jump. And when Shinsui got baited into it, he bought the Winter Crown, popped it. You are going to see it through the replay. Caught in 4K, the masterful maneuvers coming out from TNC.
Yeah, right now, looking at this, again, that Winter Crown already used there, since he has to go back. And Benecutie, by the way, popping the Vengeance, buying enough time to just kind of zone out the rest of Twisted for this was great as well. Has a Winter Crown himself to stay alive.
And here I thought I was spazzing out. Here I thought I was, wait, did he? He did.
He did.
So mid-fight, he bought the Winter Crown. I thought I was wrong.
Yep.
Hey man, when you're just throwing yo-yos out there, you got plenty of time to go ahead and buy that Winter Crown.
My God.
Ladies and gentlemen, chat, TNC is cooking.
They've been cooking, man.
They have been cooking right now. The Twisted Minds, it's now their turn. Will they fight in this North fight?
All right, Final Slash onto Lansu, forcing him to use that Vengeance tech charge in a 2. Twisted Minds backing out. Sean swiping around, and the shadow kill takes down Shaknu. They trade off for 2. Lansu falls. Kaloy as well. And now they're going in. War 3 mark traded out for Sean. And Nosha blasting, shutting down Benecutie 3 for 2. Twisted Minds wins this one.
What happened? I mean, now Twisted's in a position to take the Lord?
Nosha with that flicker play to get out and then punch back against TNC. There wasn't enough reach for TNC when they got kited by Twisted Minds.
Oh no, how are you going to play this? Shinsui knows he's also going to be careful.
Ooh.
You got an immortality on Zaida, so they can't even commit to the Lord off of that because the base turrets are all down too.
Yep.
What a play from Nancy. That would have been a punch to the jugular coming out from Twisted Minds had it been that Nosha nailed that in combination with Sean, but Lancy dodged both of those checks coming out from Sean as well as Nosha, and they have equalized once again.
This is as close to an equalization as you can get right now for Twisted Minds.
Yep.
They're still basically trapped to their side of the map because waves are constantly crashing in. Now the dance has begun. TNC first to the floor.
But what it showed is that they are able to fight. They're able to go ahead and fight against TNC. So now it's an actual Lord dance that is breaking out. Neither team committing to it.
Oh no! I
Naksha had to buy the Haskell's.
I think
he needs to be locked in
I think
now.
the stun might actually expire. Lanzo engages, so does Kaloy. They find the Tsunami Slam. In comes a tech charge, compromising Sean in Naushia's positioning.
alive!
3mar very low.
What?
Down goes Chaknu. And the real
my
manipulation
God!
still enough. Twisted Minds on their way to winning this one as Benny Cutie fall 2. Kaloy traded out for 2 for 1 so far. Lancy wailing away. In comes Insui assassinating Lancy.
Oh, way!
1 for 3. Massive wins for
Zyda's
Twisted
gone.
Minds. In comes Zyda. How does Twisted Minds stop this?
Zyda!
They have the minion wave.
They have waves. In comes Sean. Sinsui's on the way home. 2-3 more. Gets taken down. Oh, this has gone sideways for TNC.
Twisted Minds does it again. They win a fight. They diminished a 10,000 gold lead that TNC held on to for a while.
And the underrated hero of that fight, Lansu, once again owning the entirety of TNC. He's literally tanking all of that damage without even the immortality in that fight. Only having the vengeance, it was enough to put TNC in a very bad formation. And then obviously Sean with a godly usage of that real-world manipulation, catching 2 members of TNC. Now Twisted Minds, they're the ones who are cooking.
Here we go. They're going to assault the base now.
They're inside. The Lord has crashed in. They do find one. Chaknu hit with a Tsunami Slam. TNC trying to extinguish these fires. Sean swiping away. That's enough of a blast to try and stop TNC from defending. Lord still standing. Look at all this damage on the Benny Cutie. Benny down to a 10th of his health, backing off. Lord still standing with one massive cart. Another wave incoming. Twisted Minds, Relentless. In comes another tech charge. Knocking up Sean. Benny Cutie with a vengeance. Kaloy bites it. Here's a shadow tail. Down goes Benny. And Twisted Minds still here. 3 more falls. 2 for 1 the trade. Sansui still alive. Twisted Minds backing off.
Oh my goodness, they can't end the game. But Twisted Minds only gets a base turret off of it, so TNC will hold on.
TNC will hold on for now, but they don't have 2 of their members. Benny Cutie is out.
Oh no, the waves are still crashing.
What
Sean with
note?
the real world manipulation. Nausha has his eyes tracked onto the base, and the base still stands. Lansu here gets hit by Zyda. Oh, Lansu is so damn chunky.
Benny and 3mar, they're gonna be alive soon.
Oh, Naksha jumps forward. He has some
Rampart,
with the dodge.
no one home for the tech charge. Oh, Lansu. Lansu forced so much from TNC.
Wow, what is happening, man?
Wow.
Let me say it too. Wow.
Wow.
Twisted Minds. They're twisting the narrative in their favor, especially with those team fights. Sean is just way too good with the real-world manipulations. I think that there's only been one bad RWM. But now, we said that Sean, his itemization was kind of peculiar, but now he actually has reached critical mass with the Divine Glaive, the Lantern, the Glowing Wand. He actually changed his boots now.
Yeah, changed the boots.
Magic shoes, which is going to be for cooldown, which means that he can spam the skills much longer. And with just the enchanted talisman, he knows that he will have enough utility to put out.
And it comes back to this here, a fight for the Lord. Twisted Minds has been able to win the last previous fights. TNC will go ahead and start this one up. A lot more difficult to take this one, as it's the Evolved Lord. Now, one of the advantages TNC has is those base turrets down in the base of Twisted, but they can't really do anything to push on the off map, but they're gonna have to force a fight anyway.
Lord here goes over to Lasky. What a steal! A tech charge on the 2. Nausha and Sean. In comes Zyda. Down goes Nausha. Sean left to his own devices. Lansu still here holding on, taking down Lancy. Sean goes down. Zyda gets him. Double kill for Zyda. The intergalactic jungler finds 2 massive wins for the Phoenix Army with a Lord and waves crashing in. It's just a bare base. TNC takes the series.
TNC almost saw it taken from them, but they fight back and win the series in a 2-1.
And here you thought that it will be Twisted Minds' game. And there was so much criticism on Lance's playstyle. But I gotta say, in this series, he played so well.